So for option B, this one is a lot like A, but it's a different topic. A is going to be more general, as in the big umbrella, like big umbrella fascism, big umbrella hate. But there's a lot of different little like splinter spokes within those. Like, how do I promote hate? How do I promote fascism? Or how do I, you know, do it on a tiny micro level? Well, there's one way that people have done it in the past, and that's through propaganda. Visual propaganda is one of the most effective ways to push a political message. Now, you're going to come across a lot of different definitions of propaganda, but what I want you to focus with this one. So, sorry, this is going to be a 2-paragraph research or product. So for this one, I want you to state a very specific line of propaganda. Propaganda is not someone's political opinion. That's just someone's political opinion. Just for argument's sake, let's say propaganda is a very stylized version of someone's political opinion with a very specific and pinpoint agenda. It's not a manuscript, it's not a treatise, it's not a 5-hour movie. You know, those type of things have political messages and are sometimes called war propaganda or peace propaganda or pacifist propaganda, which is fine. But propaganda in the traditional sense works really well when it's very specific and it's very pinpoint, and it just tap into your psyche until it's no longer propaganda. It is just a belief you think is true. So for this one, you're going to write a 2-paragraph summary like we usually do. I have what was considered like propaganda ideas. God, this light is killing me. And how they used propaganda back in the day. Like this one is wild. And this, of course, can't talk about propaganda without Walt Disney. So there's stuff here for you to look at. And of course, remember, it's just a springboard. You're welcome to pull what you need to. So basically what you're doing is you are writing a 2-paragraph result of your research into what is the nature of propaganda. Now that is a big ask, so maybe you want to narrow it down. So I've given you some ideas to narrow it down. I've given you some links that you could try to help you narrow down your focus. For example, here's just a Google search of propaganda, like just the word propaganda. Oh, let me adjust this. Okay, so you see, I Googled just the word propaganda, and when you look at it, it's going to give you its definition, and you could just go on forever. You know, I always like to go down to like 10 and see what we're talking about way back here, you know, and see what they think it is. But anyways, so what about if we got specific, like propaganda from just World War II? Like, what does that like look like? Or what is propaganda from the Cuban Revolution? You know, I did this one right here. I typed in Korean War propaganda, and this website popped up, and it has all of this propaganda of leaflets that were dropped overhead of the citizens. So when it comes to your research for this, you are trying to research that how propaganda is used to push a very specific political agenda. So the how could be through visual aids, it could be through leaflets, it could have been through cartoons, and that's kind of what you're just exploring and what you're looking at. So, all right, if you need any help, this is a fun topic. It's a very visual topic, so my visual learners should be hot on this. So I'm excited to see what you guys come up with.